to give a focus for the mind and the breath. So we start in a comfortable seated position. Let's roll your shoulders back and try to find your tall, straight spine. And then let's bring some more movement to your body. Let's reach arms out and up on your inhale, lengthen your spine, and inhale, deepen your breath. Exhale, lower arms down, chin back to chest. Continue for 3 to 4 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. See if with each breath if you can make it just a little bit longer. And try to calm your mind and start to think of an intention you want to set for yourself. And it can be a prayer, a mantra, a phrase, or a person, or something important in your life. So when you're ready, bring your palms together, thumbs to your heart, and set your intention for you, for yourself. Deep breath in, and release your arms down. Inhale, reaching arms back up. Let's grab your right. I'll be mirroring you, so grab your right, reach up and over to your left. Lengthening the sideways. Try to keep those sit bones down on the mat, down on the ground. And inhale to re-lengthen back through the center. Release, grab your left and up and over to your right. Keeping those sit bones grounded, trying to lengthen the sideways, reaching up and out of your hips, out of your pelvis. Inhale, re-lengthen back through center. And now let's do an easy twist to your left. Drop your shoulders, lift your ribs. And then twist through the belly. Shoulders drop, ribs lift and lengthen. Easy twist here. We're not trying to get too deep yet. Just easy movements here. Slowly untwist, arms reach back up. Inhale. And twist to your right. Your hands can be anywhere you like. Wherever's easy and comfortable. To aid in your twist, lift ribs, twist through the belly, drop shoulders. Think about somebody pulling your hair to straighten you up. Straight, tall spine, slowly untwist. Inhale, reach arms up. Let's take arms behind you. Finger position depends on your shoulders. Roll the shoulders back. Keep the belly in. Shoulders roll back. Open your heart. Open your throat. Breathe. So we spend a lot of time with the shoulders forward. So here, roll and shoulders back. Expand your chest cavity, your thoracic cavity as you breathe. Inhale, push the heart out. Exhale. So when we inhale, the diaphragm moves down. So take a big breath. As we exhale, the diaphragm moves back up to push the air out. Let's do one more big breath here. And exhale, push it out. Inhale, come back up through center. And then fold forward. Come as far as you're comfortable coming. Just noticing any tension in your hips, knees. Trying to lengthen your spine. Don't just round your spine and dump into this. Lengthen out. Shoulders roll back. Hold for one more breath. And then release. Let's find tabletop. You can take your feet to the side and flip around to tabletop. If you need an extra cushion, you can, I have 2 mats here, so I have one this way and one this way. Or you can get a little cushion to put under your knees. We're finding tabletop, aligning wrists under shoulders and knees under hips. So making sure you have that proper alignment of the wrist and knees. On your exhale, arch up into your cat. Pull the belly in, round those shoulders, and then keep the shoulders away from ears. Drop your head and then tuck your tailbone. And then your inhale, find cow. Shoulders roll back, but you still keep the belly engaged. Shoulders back, tailbone lifts, lift your head. And with your breath, exhale to cat, inhale cow. Or the other way, just move with your breath. Get 3 or 4 more rounds here with your breath. And Poppy's about to make an entrance here. You'll likely see my little baby here. One more breath. And then make your way back into child's pose, sitting your hips back over your feet. A position that's comfortable. Knees can be wider. Your feet can be touching. Feet can be wide. Child's pose is a rest pose. And just make sure you're comfortable. Breathe here. You can breathe big belly breaths. You can breathe into your back. One more breath here. And then find tabletop again. Making sure to realign wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. And let's find balancing tables. So I'll show from the side. So balancing tables, do your... Okay, so I dislocated my shoulder this weekend, so that's why I started with a different video. So we're going to start in tabletop position. We're going to do balancing tabletop, or balancing table. So again, the square parallel arms and legs, parallel torso to the floor. We're going to roll the shoulders back, and we're going to do, let's start with our left arm reaching forward, making sure not to hike the shoulders up to the ears, and take your right leg straight back behind you. So the goal is to make a straight line from your left hand back to your right foot. So just like Warrior 3, we don't want to lift that hip up higher than the left, so those hips are staying square to the floor. So you can look back and make sure that right hip is parallel with the left, or even with the left, and that left arm reaches forward. Roll the shoulders back, and this is balancing table, as you're balancing on one arm and one leg. And release down. Shake it out if you need to. And let's do the other arm. Right arm, left leg. I can elevate my arm a little better. It took some Tylenol. So now we're going to check the hips, making sure the left hip is even with the right. Shoulders back. We have a straight leg, and we're trying to reach that right arm straight forward. You should be able to take the arm a little straighter. I'm still not able to fully elevate my humerus here. Terry's major, minor, a little bit strained. And release it down. Sit back to your child's pose. Remember, you can do your arms wherever you'd like. I'm hugging my arms in today to protect my shoulder. Let's take a deep breath in, big exhale, out. One more breath here in child's pose. And release. Let's find your plank position and go through a few plank flows. So your plank and go back into down dog. Let's see how far I can get today. I'm not going to push it too much, so you guys move a little bit faster, maybe with your breath. Inhale plank, exhale to your down dog. Maybe get 2 more. Remember, I'm not going full extension just because my shoulder. And let's find your down dog. And today we're going to walk our dog. So we're going to push one heel down as we bend the opposite knee. And switch. Pushing one heel down at a time. So the feet stay in place. And we're just walking our feet. And so sometimes it feels good to kind of hold and push back into that heel. And you can switch. And now find forward fold. Find that standing forward fold position. Bringing the weight into your feet. And maybe shift forward and back from the front to the backs of the feet. So when we do this, we ideally will want to balance the weight between the front and back parts of the feet. So see if you can take a little bit more weight out of the heels. And send more weight forward into the balls of the feet. Shake your head out. We'll hold. Generally, we hold the forward fold and we hold child's pose a little longer. So we're trying to stretch those hamstrings or stretching the back or elongating the spine. So we're just enjoy this little break here. Your next inhale, find plank. Lengthen your spine. So when we go from that forward fold, I want you to try to balance the weight, right? So when we come up to flat back, we tend to push weight back into the heels. So when you go from forward fold, try to keep that weight forward in the feet and lift up. So see if that weight is still balanced in your feet. And exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Hold on your exhale. Then your next inhale, we're going to do what I'll call swan dive now. So we're going to use our glutes and our hams to pull us up with that straight back. So you reach your arms all the way up. I can't reach this arm all the way up just yet. My shoulders are telling me no. And lower your arms down. Inhale, reach those arms back up. Exhale, chair pose. Sitting back into that chair, pull that core in. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower arms. Let's do a few more of those. Go at your, maybe you need to go a little faster. So you're moving, doing one movement per breath. So ideally, inhale, reaching arms up. On your exhale, sit back into chair. On your inhale, rise. And your exhale, lower. Give me maybe 2 more. It's your own breath pattern. Inhale. Exhale, lower arms. 1 more. Exhale. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower arms. That way with getting the work through the core and the glutes. Inhale, reaching arms up. Exhale, chair. Now this time let's send your right heel up. Get a good stretch through the foot. Lift the whole foot up and do warrior 3. Check your hips. Check the alignment. Send back. And the right heel back. High lunge. Checking the alignment. Right track, left knee. Arms reach up. So again, your arms are straight. So I'm going to do this, my right arm straight, but it's just a little out to the side. And let's move with our breath. Inhale. That doesn't feel so good moving too fast. So maybe 2 and 1. So I'm listening to my body, so that's why I'm going a little slower. And take it back to warrior 3. Hips are square. Check your alignment. Chair. Reaching arms up. Sit back. Drop. Left heel. Good stretch through the foot and lift the whole foot. Warrior 3. I don't like being out of commission. So this is frustrating. Send left leg back. Find your crescent. Separate tracks. Hips square forward. Core engaged. Reaching arms up and move with your breath. Inhale and exhale. So when I say inhale going this way, sometimes people, it moves better with them if they do it on their exhale. So just moving with your breath. So if this feels better as you exhale and this feels better coming down your inhale, do that. I just want you to, again, honor your body. Listen to your breath. Listen. 1 more. And back to warrior 3. And chair. Drop those hips, drop those shoulders, drop your butt. See if you can drop so low that you connect your belly to your thighs like this. And see if you can hug behind your knees. Now start to straighten your legs. See if you can keep your belly connected to your thighs as long as you can. Drop that head. When you're ready, release the arms and kind of release that hold. Shake it out. You can nod your head yes, shake it no. Big exhale. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, fold your plank. So you guys get to do push-ups. I wish I could join you, but this is about all I can do today. I hope to get back to your level, so give me about 5. And be grateful that all your joints are working, and if not, just be grateful for all the others. And then I'll go all the way down to your belly. That's how I'm getting down today. Windshield wiper it out. I dislocated my shoulder when I was running on a trail. I caught myself and then took my shoulder out of the socket. I was running, so it's the first time it's ever happened, so I'm grateful that something like that hasn't happened. And I'm grateful I didn't hurt anything else. And when you're ready, extend the legs back and push back to your child's pose. Let's see how I'm going to do this. All right, push back your child's pose and breathe and rest. Think about the intention you set for yourself today. Think about your breath, that you can breathe. Be grateful for your breath. On your next inhale, find plank. And exhale to down dog. Forward fold. Eventually you'll be able to walk your feet up. But you can walk your hands back like I've said. Find that standing forward fold position. Drop your heavy head. Think about lengthening your spine. You're lifting your sit bones up. Dropping your head. Breathe. We're hanging out here 1 or 2 more breaths. Just letting go of any stress you feel in your hamstrings and your back. Then inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Hold on your exhale. Your next inhale, swan dive, reaching all the way up. Exhale, chair. Right heel, right foot. Warrior 3. High lunge. Finding those separate tracks for those feet. Finding your hips. I know I'm repeating myself, but we have to think. Every time you come in this position, I want you to think about it every time. So that's why I repeat myself, so you have that voice in your head. My knee over ankle, my ankle, knee, and hip in alignment. My right ankle, knee, and hip in alignment. My hips square forward, my core's in, my shoulders are down. My arms are straight and strong. And I'm breathing. One more breath here. All right, so now with your right heel is lifted, we're going to change. We're going to do what's called Warrior 2. So I've told you your hips are square forward. The front bones and the bony part of the front of the hips are square forward. So now we're going to take your right heel down like that. I call it a warrior foot. So you're going to drop the right heel down kind of the inside. So drop it down. I'll show you from the side what it looks like. So you start here, you drop it down. So it's either can be at a 90-degree angle to the front foot, so they're perpendicular, or you can turn it in like a 45 degrees. So drop the heel down. So now we're going to square the hips to the side. So the front of the hips are kind of facing now to the side. And notice what happens when I do this. I want to bring that left knee in. So I want you to kind of squeeze this part of your butt, pull it kind of under so that knee stays over the ankle. Okay, so the right foot is a warrior foot. Your hips are square to the side. Your left knee is still over the ankle. So you still have the left ankle, knee, and hip on the left track. Our shoulders are going to be square to the side. And our arms are going to be parallel to the ground. The left arm is going to be reaching forward. And the right arm's reaching back. So I'll show you from the side. So it's kind of like you're on a surfboard. So your arms are parallel to the ground. They're reaching in opposite directions. Left forward, right back. My core is pulled in. I'm not sticking my butt out. I'm tucking the tailbone under. Core engaged, ribs lifted. So my joke here is we're pretending like we're on a surfboard. And I used to say we're like on Beyonce's surfboard, but then I listened to the song. I'm like, oh, not Beyonce's surfboard. So and then I start talking and I release my abdominals. So it's focus, right? So abdominals pull in. And this is called Warrior 2. So it's another warrior stance. We're warrioring the back. Warring, I can't say that word sometimes. That back foot is in a warrior stance. And this is Warrior 2. Of course, Warrior 3 has the foot lifted. All right, so now we're going to reverse. We're going to lift your left arm reaching up. Ideally, I want you reaching up to the sky. I can't today. And we're going to spiral down. So we're going to spiral all the way down. We're going to frame your left foot with both hands. And we're going to drop that right knee to the ground. So I'll show you from the side. So we're in that warrior stance. And inhale, reverse, reaching your left arm up. Spiral down. We're going to drop those hands down to frame that left foot. Drop the knee down. You're going to feel a stretch here in front of that right hip flexor. I want you to make sure that ideally I want your right knee behind your hip. If this is really tight, if your legs are really tight, you may be a little bit more here. And eventually you'll be able to take that knee back. The left knee is over the ankle. So sometimes when we come down, it's easier. Sometimes people modify and pull the left knee forward. So you might do something like this. You might come forward. So what I want you to have to make sure that ankle is, or the knee is over the ankle. So maybe modify and walk it back. So as you come down, you can make all kinds of little modifications. So as you come down, you can start to shimmy that right foot back if you need to. Or make modifications, make it work for your body. Everybody's body is different, so you need to make sure to make it work for you. So the ankle should be right under the knee. Ideally, the right knee behind the hip. All right, we spend a lot of time on this side. Usually the first side gets a lot. We're going to pick your right knee up. We're going to step. You can do little baby steps into forward fold. Shake it out. Shake your head, shake your feet, shake your legs. Big exhale. Inhale, flat back. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, flat back. On your exhale, swan dive, reaching all the way up. Exhale, chair. I feel so lopsided with this left arm out. Or it looks like my left arm, but it's really my right. And left heel lifts. Left foot reach back. Warrior 3. High lunge. Separate tracks, reaching up. Check your alignment here. So you can scan. Every time you come into a pose, you can scan. Start with your feet. Ankles, knees, hips, core, shoulders, arms. Where's your head at? Find your intention. Find your breath. So you guys know all the cues here, so I'm not going to repeat because I just did on the other side. Let's hold one more breath here, making sure that your left heel should be lifted here. So now we're going to find warrior 2. We're going to turn warrior the back foot here. We're going to square the hips to the side. We're going to keep that right knee over the ankle. We're going to roll the shoulders back. We're going to pull the core muscles in. Think about dropping the tailbone straight to the ground. And keeping that knee over the ankle. You want to kind of roll out. So you're trying to roll out or spiral. You can think about this thigh. Keeping that knee over the ankle. Shoulders roll back. And the arms go parallel to the ground. So now your left arm reaches, your right arm reaches forward. It's so much easier to see you right and left when I see you guys in person. So your right arm reaches forward, left back. Tailbone tucked. Finding your surfboard stance. And just find your alignment. So if you need to decrease the distance between your feet, if you need to start here, that's okay. Ideally, I want you to be able to get deeper and deeper. So as you get more flexible, inner thighs get stronger, you'll be able to get deeper into your warrior 2. So ideally, separate tracks, drop heel down. So some people tell you this back heel has to be directly behind the front heel. It doesn't have to be. So it just depends on your flexibility. So just make sure that you can stay balanced. You can align everything in place, keeping the hips square to the side, front knee over ankle, core engaged, tailbone tucked, and make it work for you. So shoulders back, tailbone tucked, breathe. So our gaze ideally will be over this front, your front right hand. So we breathe, we hold the core in, we think about our intention, think about our alignment, forget about everything else in your day. One more breath here. Inhale, reverse. On your exhale, spiral down. Make adjustments on the way down and make sure that you keep that ankle right under the knee. Your left knee behind your hip. Drop down. You're going to feel that stretch in your hip flexor. Breathe. The hip flexor is a tight muscle for most people. So you're going to feel this stretch. Let's do one more breath here. And we're going to pick that Left knee up. You're going to do little baby steps into forward fold and hang out here. Let's try a different forward fold. Let's kind of heel toe the feet out to the edge of the mat. So the right foot on the right, left foot on the left edge. So this is a wider leg fold. So you may find it easier, especially if you have tight hamstrings. This gives you more space kind of to open up here. So it may feel easier, less tension on your back. So you can always come to this position because generally we hold forward fold a little bit longer than some stretches. So breathe, hold for one more breath here. And heel toe the feet back in line. Inhale, flat back. On your exhale, fold, plank. Oh. So don't mind me and my clumsiness today. And let's do your push-ups. I'll do my mini little push-ups. That is all that I'm allowed to do today. And then all the way to your belly. I should start doing one arm push-ups, huh? All the way down, windshield wipers. And extend your legs back. Let's lay flat on our belly. Let's rest our forehead on the back of our hands. And just notice how your back feels here. So what we're going to do is we're going to start engaging our abdominals. So I want you to engage your abdominals and think about lifting them away from the ground. Like you have a thumbtack under your belly button or marble. So you're going to pull the core muscles in. And you kind of, or you'll start doing kind of a cat tilt or neutral pelvis. So you're going to pull the abdominals in away from the ground. So let's just think about on your exhale, engaging abdominals away from the ground. And then inhale, relax, and let them go back to the mat. Exhale, lift, engage, and lift. And then relax. Exhale one more time, lift. And release. Push back to child's pose. I have to go wider. All the way back to your child's pose and breathe and rest here. Maybe you practice the belly breathing. Maybe you do the low back breathing. Whatever feels good, whatever works for you right now. One more breath here. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. So now I'll tell you to explore your down dog space. So you can either do plank flows, or you can walk your dog, or you can do a combination of those two. Just trying to lengthen your spine out, trying to elongate. Especially when we sit. I've been sitting a lot. This should feel good. And then find forward fold. Standing forward fold position. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Your swan dive, reaching up. So when I say swan dive, you'll always find that flat back first. And then you pull yourself all the way up to that standing position. So always find flat back and then come up. Exhale, chair. Right heel, stretch, right foot. Warrior 3, check your hips, square to the mat. High lunge. Reaching arms up, roll shoulders back. Hips square forward, breathe. Check in with yourself, check in with your body. Don't think about everything else you have to do. This is your time for you. One more breath here. And now open up to warrior 2. So warrior the foot, square the hips to the side, spiral outward with this left thigh, keeping the knee over the ankle, parallel arms to the ground, shoulders You may want to roll those shoulders back and down, tuck that tailbone, engage the core, pull it in, and look forward. It helps if you have a mirror so you can see yourself this way, so you can also film yourself. Let's hold for one more breath. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, spiral down to low lunge. And make adjustments here again. Ankle under knee. Right knee behind your hip on the ground. So if you need more cushion, you can double your mat up like this or something. You can get, like I said in the beginning of the video from another day from the spring semester, you can get another mat or a pillow, or you can roll your mat up like this. So you can roll up the middle part of the mat and roll it up under your knee. Because my mats are stacked, I can't really show you right now. Maybe I'll show you on the other side. One more breath here in low lunge. Let's pick up your right knee. Step it into forward fold. Let's take it to that wide leg fold position. Hang out, shake your head, lengthen your spine. And maybe, and just kind of move. You can walk hands from one foot to the other. Or you can just let those arms swing if you can't reach if you can't reach the ground, that's okay. Just let them swing right and left. And one more breath here. And then heel toe your feet together. So heel toe back together, I mean align the ankles, knees, and hips to the hip joint. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Your swan dive, reaching all the way back up. Exhale, chair. Left heel, left foot. Warrior 3, check your hips. Check your alignment, high lunge. Check your alignment in your high lunge. Relax your mind. Focus on your intention, your alignment, your breath. One more breath here. And then open to warrior 2. Check everything here. Shoulders, core, tailbone, front knee, thigh, back foot, strong straight leg on the back. Your arms are parallel, your gaze is forward. It looks like I'm pushing my belly out with this shirt. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, spiral down to low lunge. And hang out here, feeling that stretch in your hip flexor. Making sure ankle under knee. You breathe in, you release and stress in your hip joint. Release stress in your mind. Oh, so I said I was going to show you. So if you're on just one mat and you need extra cushion, you could roll the mat up like this and place your knee on it. Something like that. All right, now let's pick that left knee up. Step into standing forward fold. Walk the feet out to the edge of the mat. And this time we're going to hold your elbows. So hold your right elbow with your left hand and left with your right. So you're kind of framing your face. Shake your head out. This helps you pull kind of your body forward. It helps you release a little bit more, helps you lengthen. Helps you let go.
So let go of anything you're holding on to that you don't need. You don't need anymore. One more breath here. And release. Release your arms. Heel toe your feet back in line. Inhale to flat back. Realign the spine. Exhale, fold. Plank. And your last set of your chaturanga push-ups. See if you can get 5. Use your core. And then all the way down to the ground. And we're going to extend those legs back. On our exhale, lift the belly away from the mat. Engage in abdominals. And now think about tucking that tailbone. So we're going to try to pull the tailbone under this way. So you can think about cat. So we want less of a cow tilt and we want more of a cat. So we're tucking that tailbone under. We're engaging the abdominals away from the mat, tucking the tailbone. Release on your inhale. Let's do 2 more. Exhale, engage and tuck. Inhale, release. Last time. And release. Child's pose. And let's find your seat. And now we'll find those sit bones. And lengthen your spine. Pull your abdominals in again. So we're kind of doing the same thing we were on our belly. But we're pulling it in. We're rolling down 1 vertebra at a time. All the way down to your belly. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. And then start with the hands directly above the shoulders. Start to peel your head, shoulders, and belly. Or belly engages as you peel the back off the mat. Inhale, reach it up. Do a few more at your own breath pattern. So we're not using momentum. That's why we're going slow. So we're not using those arms to kind of force us up. We're starting here. Exhale, peel head, shoulders, and back using the core. It's a little harder to do it while you're talking. And last one, engage and lift and reach. Then come all the way down to your back. Hug your knees in. Rock left and right. Let's do that reclining twist. Dropping the knees. Drop the knees whichever side you want to first. Keeping those shoulders on the ground. Feel that good twist through the back. And breathe. On your next exhale, lift 1 leg at a time. Hug your knees back in. This time, let's lift our head up towards the knees. So you get a good stretch kind of through the back. Release head and shoulders down. Drop your knees to the other side. And twist through the belly. Oh, I cannot do very far this way. Take 1 more breath here. On your next exhale, 1 leg at a time. Hug your knees in. And peel your head and shoulders up. And try to hug yourself in tight. And release down. That's windshield wiper here. Just to feel a release. Everybody feels this differently, so wherever it feels good for you. Now let's do that reclining pigeon. Stretch. So reclining, we're just reclining on our back, crossing 1 leg over. Level 1, 2. Or you can lift head and shoulders up and try to pull it in tighter. Or use the elbow and push your knee out. I'm going to feel a stretch through the hip here. If you can't grab your leg, I think I was able to see everybody. But if you're having trouble grabbing this leg, let me know and I'll give you a modification. We'll do it. Maybe I'll show it on the other side. All right, release, windshield wiper it out. And so if you can't grab the leg, you can put a strap around the foot, and then you can cross, and then you can pull it in this way. So that way you can rest your head and shoulders down, especially if you're tight. So if you're having trouble grabbing. Of course, you can do a belt or scarf. We'll do lots of things. So we'll have a scarf class day, or belt, scarf, strap day. So make sure you do the other side, other leg. And when you get into this pigeon, you can sometimes, if you rock left and right, you find a sweeter spot where it feels better if you just twist a little bit that way or a little bit this way. So you can, if you'd like to, rock left and right and see if you find a better spot or sweeter spot. And release. Hug your knees in. And release. Windshield wiper again. And release. Find your comfortable position to relax in for your, at the end, the rest part at the end is called Shavasana. So find a position to rest in. Sometimes I like to take my feet together and my knees to the side. And the arms out, so wherever it feels good. Other options are to, maybe you have a bench or chair. So you can place your feet or your legs up in the chair or the bench. And this way it gets your back into a more or less curve in the lumbar spine. Helps you flatten out the low back. A lot of people really like this. So find a position that you like to relax in. Like I said in the last class, it can be on your side, it can be on your belly. There's so many ways we can modify. So I'll show you, try to show you a variety each class. And just let go. So let's start with our breath. We're going to notice the breath coming in through the nose, down your throat, and into your lungs. When I get really relaxed, I tend to lose my enunciation when I speak. So I'll try not to get too relaxed for you guys. So you can relax. Notice the breath coming in. And now notice your breath leaving. It comes out from your lungs, your throat, and your nose. This is your breath. This is your gift of life. As we know all too well now, this breath, your gift of life, can be taken very quickly, very easily. So don't take your life for granted. So as you tune into your breath, just take a moment to be grateful for your breath. Grateful you have life. And now feel your heart. So we breathe the breath in, but our heart has to deliver that breath to every single cell in our body. So feel your heart. If you can't feel it, the mechanical pulsing of your heart, you can place one hand and you can feel that force, that muscle beating. And pushing the blood out to every part of your body. Every single cell that would not be able to survive without your breath. So feel your heart deliver your breath all the way out to your fingers. All the way out to your toes. And to your head. Just notice the beautiful rhythm of you breathing in and then your heart delivering your breath to every part of your body. And now be grateful that you have all these parts of your body. Sometimes they may not be working as well as other days, but you have life, you have breath, you have heart, you have your mind, you're able to move your feet, your legs, your hands, your arms. Begin to take deeper breaths in. Deeper breaths out. Hey. As you begin to deepen your breath, bring your awareness to the intention you set for yourself today. Your intention that you set from your heart. And then begin to wake your body up. You can start to wiggle fingers and toes. Maybe take bigger movements. And then you can reach your arms overhead. Reach your legs away. Stretch your body out like a rubber band. Like a good morning stretch. And then hug your knees in to your belly. And roll to your favorite side. Whichever side. And when you're ready, come up to your comfortable seat. Just take your time to push yourself up. And find that comfortable seat. Roll your shoulders back. Find your tall spine. Shoulders back. Let's take ear to shoulder, whichever side you want to start with. Gently drop your chin to chest. Opposite ear to shoulder. Chin down. And one more time each side. Just noticing any leaning or tilting that you may be doing. Drop chin down. Other side. And chin down. Bow your head. Bow your mind to your heart. Bring your hands to your heart center. Palms together, thumbs to your heart. Honor your beautiful heart. Honor your life, your body, your mind. You are this amazing creation. And be grateful for that. Namaste. that is our class. All right. Have a good day.